All right, I'm here with Mr. Grover for the interview,
Hello?
and I'm going to be asking him some questions, and he's going to be answering.
Let's go.
What college did you attend?
I went to the University of Maine at Farmington. Go Beavers.
What made you decide to become a teacher?
There was a bunch of stuff that I was interested in doing beforehand. I was interested in game design for a really long time. I wanted to be a pilot. I was interested in some other things as well, but ultimately I got to try teaching in a few places, and it ended up being something that I felt really passionate about and really enjoyed. So that's sort of what I stuck with, and that's why I went to UMF.
What's your favorite subject, as in kind of class, to teach?
I love pre-calc. I think it's the hardest math class that we offer. I genuinely think it's harder than calculus because it's kind of like being handed a box of tools without anything to like do with them and being asked to figure it out, which is tough. But that's the class that I genuinely enjoy the most. It's wicked fun.
What subject did you enjoy most when you were in school?
I just like school in general. I don't know that there was a subject that I specifically enjoyed. I remember not liking bio a ton, but I love writing, which you've probably seen in like D&D club and stuff. I love writing. I love history. I'm just fascinated by everything. So I'm interested in learning pretty much whatever anyone's willing to teach me.
What career were you planning on doing before you decided to become a teacher?
I think the thing that I leaned on the longest was trying to become a pilot, but I found out that my eyes were terrible, so that stopped being as much of an option. But after that, I was interested in game design. I think I said that, and now I work on games with a buddy of mine, so that's something that I still get to do. I think the thing that I was the most interested in pursuing though was I wanted to do like biomedical engineering. Like I was interested in like basically using science to help people in like the medical field. But yeah, not close to teaching, but something that I'm still interested in and I still read a lot about it.
What subject did you least enjoy in school?
I didn't like bio, but I think it was mostly like a teacher thing. Like I try to read about everything, and I feel like if there was a subject I didn't like in school, it's probably because my teacher wasn't super great, which is also the reason that I wanted to become a teacher, because I felt like there were too many lousy teachers, and I wanted to try to like be one less lousy teacher. So.
What do you do in your free time?
I cook a lot. I'm trying to read a lot more. I used to read a lot. I draw, mostly pen and ink or pencil. I play a lot of video games, probably more than I should. I think that's about it. I just like learning about new stuff and trying new things. So a little bit of everything, mostly stuff I listed before.
Has your opinion on homework changed since you've become a teacher?
No, I mean, I pretty much walked into it not being terribly interested in giving people homework. Like, I don't know what people are doing when they leave. I don't know if they've got jobs or, people they have to watch over, pets, whatever. So I try not to give homework. My expectation is that if I'm not giving you something to work on at home, that you're working like twice as hard while you're in class, which people do most of the time. But I think I feel pretty much the same way about homework that I did when I started teaching, which, for better or worse, I'm happy with right now.
Did you have any jobs before you worked as a teacher?
I worked at Shaw's. It was terrible, but I think everybody should work in retail at least once because it'll teach you patience. And then I worked basically with like soundboards and stuff, like helping set up events and like host events at a sort of like a lounge at UMF for the entire time that I went to school there, so that was pretty fun too.
I actually work at Market Basket right now, and I've been there since March. Retail is a whole different field than I think people think it is.
It's intense. It's very thankless, and it's
pretty hard.
It can be quite challenging at times. Yeah, for sure.
What was your main hobby during school?
I don't do it as much anymore, but I wish that I did. But I danced from like when I started going to school, like in kindergarten, all the way until I graduated college. So that was probably like hour for hour the thing that I spent the most amount of time doing. Then I wish I did it right now. I miss it quite a bit actually.
And for the final question, what strategies got you through college the best?
I think just knowing that I had resources to utilize and making sure that I used them. Like I went to my professors all the time to the point where they were probably annoyed by me. I asked as many questions as I possibly could, and I tried to get a lot of sleep. I took naps, and I tried to eat as well as I could at college, which is not always super easy. But the more that you take care of yourself and like ask questions when you need help, I think the better chances you have of doing well in any field. But that's what helped me not die during college.
All right, and that's it for the interview. Thanks for coming down for it.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.